Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm hanging out today with FRAG aLOT. How you doing, Frag?
I'm good today.
Good, good. So, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while till Captain Adonis is going to be able to join us. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just, keep on doing things. And we're going to be looking for a third player to join us. We're looking for someone with a YouTube channel who, is fun to play with. So, I'm trying to get Gooblaish back, and I know all you guys in my, who watch this, who are my fans, they're like, yeah, we love Gooblaish. Yeah, well,
we love Goob.
he's really busy, but we're trying to see if we can free up some time for him. But in any case, between the last episode and this episode, I actually went ahead and I built an additional little mining vessel for us. It's a harvester ship. I'm just going to come out this way and show you guys from the exterior. But it's got little docking clamps. Oh, I need to turn it off because I just took it out for just like a little test flight.
It was on when you were showing it to me earlier.
Yeah, but it's got docking clamps, and we've got a space here where we could put a second harvester ship or a repair ship. I've got one with a multi-turret in it in my blueprints that I could spawn in, and we could park it right here so that when our overlord gets damaged, we can take it out to repair it. Oh, I don't have an EVA on. But the little harvester ship is basically just the basic ships with a drill. And it doesn't have a huge generator or anything. It's just got the small generator, so it uses power rather quickly. You can probably take it out for like 15-20 minutes at a time. But that's really all you need to go out, harvest, especially if you utilize the turning off the engines while you're harvesting and all that. So
I should have some fuel packs on me if I use that ship, huh?
Yeah, just in case. Because like I said, it's got about 15-20 minutes power unless you utilize the cruise and the coast and all the things you need to. I think it may just have a cruise, not a coast, because it's meant for space primarily. But it doesn't even have a cruise. No, it's just got flight systems and harvest and the docking system, which I leave the docking on because it actually uses less power while you're in docking mode because it has smaller engines. So, but it's a small little vessel meant just for harvesting within the sector. And so we've got a lot of iron and sathium that we need to collect, especially sathium. But we're going to go ahead and collect the iron today. One of us is going to take the harvest ship out. I guess that'll be Frag. And I'll take the bullet out and we'll start harvesting up iron. We're probably going to try to harvest iron, copper, silicon, all that stuff that we have in here, cobalt.
Pretty much everything. Just
to make sure we have enough. We're definitely going to need to harvest promethium too, because we are running low on promethium. We've got enough fuel packs that will be fine, but we need to get more for our long voyage that we're about to take to get sathium and all that. So today is probably going to be just similar to the other days, just harvesting and, unless we find something more interesting to do. After we harvest a bit, we might find like a Polaris base to try to go after or whatever. I'd like to go after a Polaris ground base, but if we did that, we would want to take our small vessels against it because the bullet isn't really meant for planetary flight.
Need to set faction on this little ship.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Registry, harvester ship, control panel. There we go. It should be set now.
Okay, now I can sit. Good.
All right, so we're going to head out. We're going to do some harvesting, and then I guess we'll be back because it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to start with iron because that's what we need the most of what's in this sector. So I'm going to head towards the where is it? Okay. iron asteroids out that way.
I was thinking if you could start a game inside of a disabled CV that you have to somehow repair and get going.
Yeah,
or you have the choice of building a smaller SV so you can get off of the ship.
I've considered doing that. The only problem is that
You don't have the level to build this stuff.
well, not just that, but when I try to do that, I have to set you never really spawn in on the capital vessel, even if it has the starter thing and you tell it to. Now, this was back in Alpha 7, so it may have changed.
Yeah, they might have fixed that by now.
But I was actually going to test that sometime this week for a scenario that I was going to be working on, not for Ultimate Iron Man, but just something that we might want to play through. It was going to be like the basic planets and everything for most of it, but the start is really going to be the only difference. You'll start on a capital vessel. It's a player capital vessel, and it's meant for co-op or single player. And you start on the player capital vessel. You have to try to fuel it up. You have to try to, find the stuff. You start in a spacesuit with a little bit of oxygen, and you're like in an asteroid field. And there's other wrecked ships around that you have to go get. Sort of like one of the starts for my Darkheart, except for that when you start in a base that looks like a capital vessel rather than a true capital vessel. But in this one, you try to repair the ship, get it working. Like it might be lacking a generator. You have to go get a generator or something, and to
or craft one if you can, or find one.
Right.
Is there an O2 dispenser in this ship?
Not in yours, no. There's one in mine.
Yeah, so I'm sucking on both the ships and my suit air because it keeps going back and forth. It's weird.
Yeah.
Even when I'm standing still, it does that.
If you press O and level out, it probably won't. The only reason it does that is because of how close you are to the front of the ship, to the non-oxygenated area.
Yeah, now it's completely oxygenated when I'm still and I'm leveled.
Wow.
And I get out and I'm fine.
That's weird.
Oh, the front of the ship doesn't have air. I see.
The cockpit ought to be in an oxygenated area.
No? Let me check. Nope, it's just the spot right behind the oxygen, or behind the cockpit. It's oxygenated.
That's weird. You must have some hull damage somewhere then. Come over here and I'll take a look at it and see. Okay.
Right into the ship. I'm gonna get out so I can get there.
Yeah. Go ahead and you can fill up in the ship. And there's oxygen in the ship's storage.
Yeah, I got 2 tanks on me. So if you show oxygen, it's just that one block.
That's weird because that's the block immediately underneath the ventilator. What is stopping it from coming into this square here?
Is the light airtight? The light block that's in front of the cockpit?
Yeah, the light block is airtight.
That's something I can think of that wouldn't be airtight, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I think that the turret is airtight, the base of it at least.
Oh, hold on. I know what it is. It's the fact that the door is airtight is stopping the
I get it
over here. That's stupid, but that's what it is.
Because it's taking up that block right there, yeah.
Okay.
If you change it to a transparent door, it should be okay then.
Yes, but then the oxygen will be escaping from the top.
Oh, I thought there was a door up here.
No.
Maybe you can move the oxygen block up a block, right above the.
That's what I was thinking.
Turn the air off. Yeah. Perfect.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, now.
Let me go ahead and save this over the
I always think
There we
these are
go.
dice. Whenever I had the O2 blocks enabled, I think of dice.
yeah, like the D8s.
D8s, yep.
Yeah. Okay, now you should be good in there. It should be fine. For the longest while, I've been trying to figure out a system, like a way that I could make a solar system that's sort of segregated into like 4 different areas, where like one area has absolutely no trees on any of their planets or anything, and the only way to get nitrocellulose is to pick plants or to start harvesting them, but they're like very rare. And so that but they have a lot of promethium, or I guess now pentaxid, so that they're more inclined later on to use the laser weapons rather than the bullet weapons. And then there's other sectors in the system that has like almost no pentaxid, almost no promethium. It uses only biofuel and the bullet weapons, but it has like planets that are just like full of trees and such, so you can get as much as you need, and to make it so that like people, depending on what starter planet you start on, you have different types of ships and such, like one that is limited on iron, so that their bases are going to be largely made out of concrete and hardened concrete, whereas another one may have a lot of iron but almost no sathium at all, so that they can only use the basic iron, but they have like alien POIs all over their place, so that they can actually make xenosteel. And
Most people just throw that away when they get the Xeno stuff.
Right, but if you can't make combat steel, xenosteel's the next best thing. Just trying to find a way to encourage players, depending on their start, to use specific types of weapons or specific types of, materials.
I'm not sure if the Xeno blocks can be used on a CV. I think it's just a BA.
Nope, they can be used on CVs and BAs.
Okay.
I wish asteroids had a percentage of resources remaining like the deposits on the planet do.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm just eyeballing it right now. I already turned it into a donut.
Yeah, fortunately, the type of asteroid I found here is the kind that has like multiple thousands on it. I've already gotten, let's see, 2,849.
Yeah, I got almost 2 stacks of iron now. And there's still plenty more on this asteroid.
Oh yeah, I've got like an entire large deposit right here still on this asteroid to get.
It'd be cool if you could like set charges and explosives on these asteroids to crack it open so you can get right into the good part.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, if you put an explosive on the part that has like on an iron portion, it will launch iron into space.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think you do it with a rocket launcher, I think.
Yeah, you can do it with a rocket launcher, C4, anything like that.
Then you have to jump out and grab them.
You see, and that's something that I hope they end up doing in the future, is letting scenario creators limit what types of technology the players can learn based on what they're like, based on, I guess it'd be based on their starting what you call it, in the factions, the human explorer, all that. So that you could limit, say, hey, these people can only learn this technology, or these people can only learn this technology.
Yeah, because we all have the same technology amongst all the factions.
Right. Whereas, like, I think it would be neat if they, like, had it so that you could create, say, the Zirax Zirax weapons and such, but only if the scenario creator enables it. The base game has, Terran technology.
Or if you somehow stole like a constructor that belongs to the Zirax, and then you can make Zirax stuff.
Yeah, but only from that constructor or whatever.
Right. It's a lot like a lot of old games I used to play, like the real-time strategy games that would do that. You can capture an enemy unit, you can start making those enemies.
Yeah, like StarCraft, yeah.
Yeah.
But or like even if you can't, if it's not the constructor thing, if you just steal, like, wipe out the core and then just take apart the enemy turrets, and then you can add them to your base just because you took them apart, Put your core on that base, disassemble them, and then you can put them on your, get the full blocks back and utilize them.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that they should get rid of the whole XP unlock stuff.
Well, I sort of agree, but I also don't. I like the way that you unlock things, but what I think they should either do one of two things. Either make it so that once you unlock certain things, it prohibits you from unlocking other things, so that you are sort of like forced to choose what to unlock and go down like sort of a class path.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Or eliminate it entirely.
Because at the moment, the only thing that's really limiting you is the materials at hand and what planet you're on. Especially because you gain experience super fast enough that it doesn't matter. If they made it so that you gain, like, especially later on, if you gained experience slower, like in the later levels, I know you have to gain more, but I mean, right now in this game, I'm level 25 already, and I can unlock everything, and so... Yeah, that's the thing, because like it's only really an issue like in the first 10 or 15 levels when you're first starting out, when you're already being limited by the resources you have and the constructors you have. After that, it's meaningless because you get so many points, you just unlock everything.
Right. But I would love it if they made it so that, like, if you unlock certain things, like if you went down the tree, once you unlock, say a specific, thing in the, in like the construction tree, then you can't build as many weapons. You can only unlock up to a certain level of the weaponry, and someone else would have to, unlock higher level weapons and make them for you, or something like that. I mean, you'd have to.
That'd be cool,
you'd have
especially
to
in
redo
multiplayer.
The entire tree, but. Have I told you about the campaign that I'm working on, the scenario where your starting planet, in quotes, is actually your class, and whichever one you choose determines what rewards you get for completing the story missions, and it's extremely story driven, but it's meant for either single player or co-op. And so once you choose your class, You go through a teleporter that takes you all to the same location on the same planet, and you have the same missions. It's just once you complete the mission, it gives you class-based rewards to, and it basically encourages you to act as that class. Like when you start off, the engineer has a portable constructor. No one else does. The medic starts off with, a whole bunch of medicines and stuff. And as they go through the story missions, they get more and more medicines to pass around to the people. Once you get to certain areas, they're rewarded certain hover vessel parts that they can add to a hover vessel that you find in the game. Like the medic gets a medical station, the fighter or soldier gets weaponry, and the guardian gets like, I forgot what I gave the guardian, but it's like you've got like 4 different
armor booster.
Yeah, something like that. And you get different armor boosts and armor as you go as well. Like the Guardian starts in heavy armor with with an assault rifle, whereas the soldier starts in medium armor with an assault rifle, a pistol, and a sniper. The scout starts with a motorbike, a sniper rifle, and a pistol, and light armor. And so that you all start based on your class, and as you progress, you get more class-related rewards to encourage you to play as that class rather than
I
saying,
do like class-based games like that.
Yeah, rather than saying,
like Team
everyone
Fortress
can do everything. And I think that that's what they ought to do with the level system, is have it so that you have to unlock certain things. Like everybody right now can make all the medicines, all the food, all that. Well, if you had to unlock that, and say in order to do that, you had to unlock, like when you start, you choose an unlock that costs no points, which is your basic class. And with that, it eliminates you from choosing the other classes. But it gives you what you can unlock as you go based on that. And everyone would be able to unlock like the basic base, the basic hover vessel, the basic small vessel, and capital vessel for single player purposes, but advanced things like the, being able to make hardened steel or combat steel, you would have to unlock under certain, class restrictions. The medicines, everyone could make basic bandages, and maybe even the basic lowest tier, the ointments. But in order to make the pills and the syringes and the med kits, you'd have to be the medic class or something like that.
Would the medic class also be the farmer?
I would say anyone can do the farming. You can, because farming is for food, and I wouldn't want to restrict the food to anything. But I would also make it so that like the soldier gets access to making the weapons and such, weapons and armor. And like you could have a pilot, and the pilot would be able to unlock higher abilities of the small vessels, higher, maneuverability thrusters and RCSs and things like that for the small vessels. And, and as you would go, each different class would have, once you get to say level 10, you would get to choose, another specialty to go into within that class, or something like that, but just it'd be based on tech unlocks, which are all in the game right now.
So I got silicon, and I'm getting the rest of this iron here. So what else do we need? Cobalt?
I think we're good on cobalt. We might need a little more cobalt.
Copper?
We're going to need some copper, but the main thing we need now is going to be sathine. Let's see, I got 3,304 iron right now.
I've got almost 3 stacks of iron.
One thing that I would like to see them put into the game is a sort of like a medical gun where you can heal your allies with them. I say we're good with iron because if you got 3 stacks and I got 3 stacks, that's 6 stacks of processed ore.
Should drop it off into the input for the furnace.
Yep. I'm heading back to Midway Station now. So I guess we're going to call that an episode.
Yeah, or 2.
Yep. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button for us. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, turn off the grav generator in the thing over here so we only have single gravity. There we go. Thank you very much, so I don't die when I do this. Ha-ha! And if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to FRAGaLOT, Captain Adonis, even though he's not here, and KnowItAllDM. I'm KnowItAllDM.
I'm FRAGaLOT.
And as always, y'all have a good day now.